Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Backstage Spotlight. Today, I am joined with Lauren Jones, who is going to be in the new Addams Family musical. How are you, Lauren?
I'm very good. How are you, my lovely?
I'm good. Thank you for joining me. So, tell us all about your role in the Addams Family.
Gosh, so it's a role that I have wanted to play for absolute years. I watched the show, I think it was in 2017 when it first went on tour, and it was at the Royal and Gate, and I got to see Carrie Hope Fletcher playing the role of Wednesday Addams.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, like all that time ago. And I remember me and my mom came away, I think it was like 15, 16 at the time, and we just thought it was the most amazing show ever. Not only was the leads like fantastic, but the lighting, the design, the ensemble were insane as well. Like everything was just so clean. And I remember coming away from that wanting to be Wednesday Addams.
Yes.
And Pulled, her main song is like a song that I've wanted. Well, it's been like career stamped, I guess is the word, throughout my life. So, for example, like Pulled, I sang to get into drama school, and I got into arts ed by singing it. And then also I sang Pulled as my show reel to get
Yeah.
an agent, which I did. Um, and yeah, I auditioned for the Palladium version, and I got so close. I think it was down to me and Shamisa got it in the end. And I actually went to watch her as well, and she was phenomenal. And then thankfully I got the chance to audition for Wednesday again for this tour version.
Yeah.
And absolutely, I'm so happy that I've got it. And it's an absolute dream role of mine for years. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that I've got the chance
Congratulations.
to play it.
That is absolutely
Thank you.
fantastic. So, tell me how far you are into rehearsals, and when the dates.
So we've actually already opened. So we started 2 weeks ago. It was in Birmingham. And
Great.
then we've had 1 week at Curve in Leicester so far. And we had our press night and our opening night there, which was fantastic.
Yes.
Um, and we're there for a few more weeks. And then we go off to Manchester, then we go to Canterbury, and then we finish in Blackpool. So it's a nice, short, quick tour. Although, of course, I want it to be longer. So hopefully there's a life after.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
yeah.
So, what is your track like? How does the show go for you? Is it quite a busy one?
Oh, yes. It's up and down at moments. So, for example, the beginning of the show is probably the hardest for me for the whole thing. So what happens is I do the opening number, which is like 6 minutes, and I think every great musical has like a very long opening.
Yeah.
But we're dancing, we're singing When You're in Adams and introducing everyone to the world. So it's like very um instantaneous how we bring you into the world. We throw you into it.
Yeah.
And after that, I have to zoom off stage and do my first line. And I have like only 2 lines before I say mine. And I've got to rush up this kind of really steep stairs to get onto a really tall tower to go, his name is Lucas Beinecke, and I'm in love. And that's how I introduce my character for the first time, out of breath. And as soon as I do that, I've got another scene. So I do that with my father, played by Ricardo Afonso and Alexandra Burke, who does Morticia. And also, there's a little cameo from Lurch at that point where we have Dickon, who plays Lurch fantastically. Um, in that scene, I mean, he's a cameo, but he's in it throughout the whole of the show. But yeah, and then when I come off, I run all the way around the other side, run up the other tower, do a little thing there, run all the way down, come all the way around, and I've got to go on for pulled, which is
Wow.
basically like an 11 o'clock number. It's an 11 o'clock number in the act one segment of the show. It's, I think, 20 minutes in. And what's really hard about pulled is that you have to be calm when you start it.
Yeah.
If you're not, you're kind of screwed for the rest of the show, only because it's just such a breathy piece. It's massive stamina, and it's a very difficult song. It doesn't look difficult, but it really is, and it goes throughout your whole range as well. Um, but after that, I have one normal night, so I have another song pretty much straight after it, and then eventually it starts to calm down a bit. But it's like quite a chaotic opening, but in the best way.
Wow. Yeah, of
But
course.
yeah, I've got to pace myself.
Yes, for sure. That's fantastic. And Alexandra Burke as Morticia, how is she doing?
Mm.
What's the audience response been? Because that is a fantastic
She's
casting.
absolutely She's fabulous. Everyone in this show has been so well cast, and Alexandra Burke is such a lovely person as well. She's not only sweet, but she's talented, which
Yes.
is a deadly combo. And yeah, she's fantastic. We always like hug each other at the side of stage, and she blows me a kiss before I do pulled every time without
I
fail,
love
which is so
that.
sweet. I'm like, Alexandra, I need to calm down my heart rate, and you're making me like get. I'm like, I love you so much. I love you so much, and then I have to run on stage.
Oh,
But
brilliant.
yeah, everyone's phenomenal. Everyone, like Clive, who plays Fester, is amazing as well. Like his comedy timing is unmatched. Ricardo as Gomez has lovely comedy timing, but also really sentimental moments, which are beautiful. Because he sings "Happy Sad," which is basically slipping through my fingers from Mamma Mia. It's that kind of moment where I've got to just sit and watch him sing, which is my favorite moment in the show.
Oh,
You've got Nicholas, who plays my brother Pugsley, who is an absolute chaos, and I absolutely love him. And he's a phenomenal tenor, like the way his voice just soars.
yeah.
And then you got Jacob, who plays my love interest, Lucas Beinecke, who has got a voice like butter. Honestly, it's really upsetting how good his voice is. And then you got Cara Lane, who plays Alice, and her song "Waiting" is probably one of the hardest songs in the show,
Oh,
because
wow.
not only are you singing this gorgeous legit song, she also has to belt at the same time. She has to control all of that whilst having a breakdown, and it's so good. Dickon as Lurch, phenomenal. The way that he is so comfortable in the silences of the show, because Lurch is very difficult. He has to be very slow, and he cannot laugh at all,
Yeah.
not once, not even crack a little smile. And the way that he just controls the stage and allows the silence to happen is amazing. Dale is Mal. He's fantastic as well. He really reminds me of the proper MGM American musical. His acting style is fantastic.
Yes.
I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anyone. The whole ensemble as well are the absolute backbone of the show. They are so
Cool.
important. Also, there are covers as well, and I've seen bits and pieces. We've had a few of them go on as well recently, and they're all phenomenal. Leslie Joseph as well as the grandma. Like, Jesus, she's a force when she comes on stage. I love
Wow.
every single person in this cast. They are so good.
It sounds fantastic, and it sounds that you've created such a nice bond, which I think is so important when going on tour as well. You need to make sure that
Oh,
that
definitely.
is there for the
Yeah.
duration of the run, which is really important. So when you found
Mhm.
out that you landed the role of Wednesday Adams, which
Mhm.
I can't even start to imagine how excited you must have felt, especially with it being such a, like you said, the stamp moments of your career, like the flag
Mhm.
points getting into drama school, your showcase song. How did you then like bring yourself together and think, okay, how am I going to perform Wednesday? What was your process in rehearsals from getting the script to
Mhm.
going on stage for the character of Wednesday?
Gosh, okay. So I'm a massive researcher. So as soon as I got the part, I was like, let's go. I'm gonna watch the whole TV series again because I was already a big fan of it anyway.
Yeah, of course.
But watch the TV series, watch the films, then the black and white TV series, looking at some of the comics as well. Matthew White, our director, he absolutely loves this show. The way this he has so much passion for it, and he's done it since the beginning. And the way that he is so open to whatever ideas you bring into the room and wants to work with you, and like he'll bring his and we'll try them out. And it's like it's fantastic the way that he works with actors because he's an actor himself. So he knows how we work, he knows how our voices work and how to accommodate that. And yeah, so I brought in all this research and he's gone, cool, let's use a bit of this, let's use a bit of that. There's like one moment in Happy Sad where there's a part that I took from, I believe it's the second film, when Fester is kissing all of Wednesday's decrepit, destroyed dolls,
Yeah.
which I thought was really cute, but really weird and just so them. And so during Happy Sad, there's a moment where I bring one of my dolls out, and it's kind of an echo of what happened when Wednesday was a child. So not only is Gomez singing, "Oh, you're growing up," and I hate to see it, but I love to see what kind of woman you're becoming. And then I bring this memory out of him where he remembers me playing with this doll and beheading it and everything. And I just bring the head out and he goes, "Oh, you still have it." And it's such a sweet moment. It's really weird, but it's so them. And he gives it a little kiss. And it's just such a sweet moment because my Wednesday is not really a toucher. She doesn't like being hugged. She kind of steps away.
Yeah,
Um, and in that moment, she kind of reaches out because she's at that moment been heartbroken. I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil it too much. But she does get heartbroken at one point, and she goes to her dad, or rather, he comes to her, and it's that moment of I want to be held, but I don't like it,
yeah,
so I can't hug you, but you can maybe hug me. And
yeah,
but yeah, it was like working all those things out, and then when you're with the cast, what their versions of the characters are and how they work with yours.
of course.
um and Alistair, who did the choreography, is absolutely amazing. And he had Matthew Ives. We have a lot of Matthews in our cast, in our crew. It's so funny. But yeah, he was the associate choreographer. So they worked together to like really create the movement of the characters. And because of that, it told me how I should move as her. And Cara actually came up to me. She went, I don't know if you realize that you're doing this as Wednesday, but apparently a lot of serial killers kind of move very straight backed and don't move their arms when they're walking.
Oh,
And as Wednesday, I do that a lot for the whole of like Act One. And then when she starts like becoming um a new version of herself, when she starts falling in love and becoming something that she's not, and she's not sure how it feels, I start making her more loose. So
yeah,
for example, in Pulled, loads of people will see me walk across the stage very straight and like almost like a chessboard. I move like very
linear.
deliberately, and
Yeah,
I don't really walk in curves. And then by sort of the end of the show, I'm way more relaxed. I move around more fluidly. So it's just tiny things like that that maybe the audience doesn't realize, but they'll start to slowly see a change in Wednesday. So
yeah.
it's all those like tiny little details.
Yeah, that
But
almost reminds me of Jenna Ortega's Wednesday in the series. She's very
mhm.
straight backed and arms don't really move, and
No,
I can see that when you're speaking about how you're walking through watching the series, that kind of makes a link in my head, which is very nice. How are you
excellent.
enjoying the life on tour so far, and are you looking forwards to the next few locations?
Oh, definitely. I love being on tour. Because last time I was on tour was Bonnie and Clyde. And every time I go to a different place, I like to explore. So I love to go to the
Yeah.
museums, the galleries, finding out the culture of each place. Um, so I'm very much looking forward to Canterbury because I haven't been there before. And of course, you have the Canterbury Tales and that kind of stuff. So I'm very much looking forward to going into loads of different places and learning more about them. That's the part that I love about it. And also if you're with the cast as well, even though I do love a bit of a solo trip because I feel like I'm discovering me as I walk around. But it's really lovely when you get to share those memories with someone and have a bit of fun and get even closer as a family. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I asked a lot of my guests that have done tours on this podcast, do you have any tour hacks? So things that maybe as you've been on tour, and I know that you said you've been on tour with Bonnie and Clyde, things that you
Mm.
could tour without.
Oh, nebulizer. For like a musical theatre thing, I definitely need
Yes.
my nebulizer. Just because when you're staying in loads of different places, um, you'll have very different rooms that you're staying in. Because of course we stay in like theatre digs or friends' places or whatever way we find to, because we organize our own accommodation. And because of that, you will be sleeping in very different places. You'll have a bed that's maybe too soft, too hard, maybe a place that hasn't been dusted enough. Maybe it's a bit dry in that area. Maybe there are seagulls. We had that a lot in Birmingham. There was so many seagulls outside. I cannot tell you. Who would just squawk at ungodly hours. And so I remember me and Cara, we were living together at that time, me, Cara, and Dickon. And we got these like little earplugs because we needed them. So you have to manage to adapt to each place. But
Oh,
a nebulizer really helps for keeping your voice as hydrated as possible, especially when you're going to different places. Like even weather affects our voices. It's so annoying. But even the tiniest change can change how you sing one day. So having that is a definite must. Definitely.
yes. That's great advice. So my last question is going to be, why do you think people should come and watch the Addams Family on tour?
Because I'm in it. No.
Obviously.
No, I'll never say that seriously. If anyone sees me saying stuff like You need to bring me back down to earth. Um, no, it's an amazing show. Not only is the music fantastic, it's so fun. Like the band plays the absolute shiz out of it. It's amazing. Andrew Hilton, who's our MD, Richard Beadle, our musical supervisor. It's just the way that they have looked after and have so much love for this score is amazing. The tango itself, the tango is phenomenal. When we had the sitz probe, the whole cast stood up at the end and cheered, and we wanted to hear it again. It
No.
is so amazing what they can do. The music is so hard, and the whole band are phenomenal. Actually, the whole team on this show, the management, everything, lighting, sound, backstage team as well, so good. Everyone is so lovely. So not only are you seeing this wonderful show that everyone loves so much, that there's comedy to it, there's darkness to it, there's sentimental moments. It's fantastic for all ages as well. It's a family show whilst not being too young as
Yes.
well. It adheres to all ages.
Yeah.
It's the Addams family that you know as well, except from Wednesday, you will recognize her, but she slowly starts to change, of course, because she's
Yeah.
18 and she's going through her phase of being rebellious and going against her mom and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But you've got an amazing team that you get to see, and also the amazing team backstage that you don't get to see
Yeah.
are just insane. Every department is so clean, so lovely, and so passionate about this show. And it's quite rare to have a team that works so well. And it is such a clean show. So I hope people get to see it and appreciate it for what it is. It is a wonderful show.
For sure. And I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's the Addams family that people know, and people will see that on the billboard and go, oh, brilliant, the Addams
Mhm.
family. Let's go and watch that. And that's the great thing about doing an adaptation from perhaps a film or a series. People know it
Yeah.
already, and that can bring people in, which is great. And I wish you the absolute best on the rest of your tour. Hopefully, I can come and see it. I don't know whether
Mm.
it will be a bit far out for me. Canterbury, maybe.
Mm.
We'll see.
Well, well, let me know. Send me a little message and I'll sort out
Of
some cast
course.
rates for you.
Thank you so much. Um,
Yeah, no worries.
Take care. Have a lovely rest of your day. And thank you so much for
Thank you.
chatting. Everybody listening, we'll see you next week for another episode. Goodbye.
Bye.